Hey everybody, this is part two of week two, English 141, catching you up on the in-person class session if you missed it. And we were in the middle of looking at some commercials that were using ethos, pathos, or logos in them, and we'll catch up to where we were in that commercial. It was talking about using emotional appeals or pathos in ads. So let me find the right spot. Dentine gum.
And sometimes an advertisement will pull a heartstring. Who can resist a child's birthday party? Buy something stylish. Or look at the adorable baby who just wants to chew. And occasionally people the opposite way by associating a product with the prevention of something negative in life. Use State Farm Insurance in case this happens. Strategy we'll take a look at is ethos. Ethos in advertising refers to establishing the credibility and character of the product. Often this is done by brand association. For example, contain real crab cheese. And for testimonials also like a positive review from a critic you trust can make someone see the movie. Doctors and dermatologists always giving their analysis of products. However, another type of ethos commonly seen in advertising is celebrity endorsement. There's no reason why an actress Hayden Panettiere is more qualified to endorse another.
Her head's cut off, sorry.
And offers the impression of credibility. Yeah, but if he wears them, you might also want to. And take a look at how many celebrities are endorsing this book. I too. I got my sugar right. How this One rhetorical strategy to examine is logos. Simply put, this one is built from logic. The logos of an advertisement is straightforward. It tells you exactly what the product does, how it works, what it's used for. The voiceover on the Cheerio man gives you practical information about Cheerios health benefits. However, logos is often more effective article and give specific details on its functions, clear information that the consumer needs to know. In fact, internet sites may be the most effective at delivering logos. However, as much about the product as the experience. This is even on the site allows the consumer to learn more, where he or she is led to specific details about their buying product. Ethos and logos. Defined by Aristotle over 2,000 years ago, these three rhetorical techniques are now utilized in all forms of advertising.
Okay. So I have a commercial on here that I want you to see if you can analyze. And this will be a good little test for if you're ready to tackle the hybrid week two activity where you'll be watching something a little bit longer and doing an analysis. But can you find or see ways that this iPhone commercial uses appeals to ethos, credibility, logos, logic, and pathos, emotions, or feelings? So hopefully most of the commercial will be within the box here and not cut too many people's heads off. Take a second, if you've got a pen or a paper or something handy, take a couple notes where you see the things.
My best friend and we've got some things to do.
Yo, you wanna meet me on the floor?
Yeah,
Yo, you wanna meet me in the lounge?
yeah,
Yo, you wanna meet me in the club?
yeah.
Yo, you wanna meet me downtown?
Okay. Every time you call on me, I drop what I do. You are my best friend and we've got some things to do. Okay.
Okay, did you find the things? We'll get to Obama in a minute. Test yourself. Were you able to see any signs of credibility, ethos? Your classmate said the Apple logo itself kind of did that. Apple is considered, the authority in phones. Pathos, feelings. Your classmate said the colors, the music, all the sense of fun and excitement that was conveyed in mostly through those kind of things, the music, the changing pictures, the frame. I think that's mainly what they said. And logos, the few times that they had words on the screen, it was mostly to point out what the camera would do, what the newer features of the phone were from last time. So that's an example of one commercial that's utilizing all three. For fun, you should Google the Amazon Alexa lost her voice commercial, because that's another one I showed in class that is good for pulling out those things. So here's former President Obama speaking to the nation in an evening address on the occasion of Syria using chemical warfare and gassing. And he wants a military response from the United States, and he's trying to convince people of that. So this will fairly quickly, and I may not show all of it, but fairly quickly show each of the appeals planned carefully. People do this stuff on purpose to be convincing, right? Between him and his speechwriters.
Assad's government gassed to death 1,000 people, including hundreds of children. This for this massacre are sick women, children lying in rows by poison gas. This woman in the mouth, gasping for breath, father clutching his dead children, imploring them to get up and walk. The Assad regime will see no reason to stop using chemical weapons. And against these weapons or roads, other terrorists will have no reason to think twice about acquiring poison gas and using them. At the time, our troops would again face the prospect of chemical warfare on the battlefield. It could be easier for terrorist organizations to obtain these weapons and to use them to attack civilians. Beyond Syria's borders, these weapons could threaten allies like Turkey, Jordan, and Israel. Failure to stand against the use of chemical weapons would weaken prohibitions against other weapons of mass destruction. Both Assad's ally must decide whether to ignore international law or as commander in chief. But I'm also the president of the world's oldest constitutional monarchy.
Okay, so you see all three there. We're all different. And we've spent some time in class with these next two slides. Oh, you can't see all the words there, but talking about whether ethos, pathos, or logos was more effective for you, or one of them more than the other. And it was different responses. They took polls in the different classes. A lot of people said they thought logos was the easiest to come up with and write, but that pathos maybe was more effective for them. It's just different between the classes. I want to take us into Moodle now, and I'm going to use 14107, 14102. It's the same thing. There we go. And we're in week 2, and I want to show you that the hybrid activity that is due Sunday at midnight, just like last week, is about a visual analysis. So recognizing that the rhetorical appeals makes us wiser and smarter consumers and takers in of information. If you recognize that somebody's trying to appeal to your emotion or your logic, you're going to kind of just think about it a little bit differently and at least be aware of what's happening to you. So you're going to watch The Dark History of Killer Whale Captures. Here's a link to it. It's also linked in the resources for the week. It's about a 45-minute YouTube video, or video that's on YouTube at this point, about that topic of capturing killer whales. And you're going to, as you're watching, just like you did with the commercial there, take some notes about where you see, what is the argument, what is this video trying to convince you of, and is it doing it through emotional appeals, logical appeals, or appeals to credibility? So take some notes so that then you can write an essay, trying again for that APA format, that identifies what you watch, the argument, and then identifies instances of these kinds of appeals. You're just going for 2 pages, 2 written pages, doesn't cover the cover page, doesn't count toward that. So you should have no trouble, I don't think, filling that if you're watching the whole video. And so try to organize the essay well. Reference page would just have the video itself listed as the reference, and that is due Sunday at midnight. And you can be in touch with me by email, pop into virtual office hours on Sunday between 12 and 1 in order to check that out. One other thing I want to show you in your course here is how to get your feedback, all of your feedback from like week 1's hybrid activity. You go under course dashboard here, and then down there, open grader. And open grader is going to, oops, I'm not in the student view. Oh, sorry, fail. I need to be in the student view to show you this. There we go. Okay, in the student view, you're going to see all of your graded work in this drop-down box. So when you get a grade, it's going to be right here. So hybrid activity 1, your grade would be here. And then view the rubric, the marking guide. All my comments will be in these little boxes. I mean, except for a good job kind of general comment. The specific comments about how you got the points you got will be right here. So that's important to look at week 1's comments before you do week 2, because you don't want to keep doing the same things wrong. You want to know what things I was giving a lot of praise about, so you keep doing those. Okay? So that is week 2, what you missed. Be in touch with questions, and I look forward to seeing your analysis of the killer whale video on Sunday night. Thanks.